Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Dr. Gerry Kreitzer from the Cedar Rapids Concert Chorale, Mount Mercy University, and several other hats as well.
Too many hats.
Too many hats. Good to see you.
You too, Dennis. Thanks for having me on.
And the holiday celebration for the CR Concert Chorale is the annual presentation of Messiah.
This week. Not annual, but this is 2 years in a row.
Okay, well, that's annual to me.
It's pretty annual, and it was such a success last year. People hanging off the rafters at First Lutheran Church. We decided, let's do it a couple of times. So we're going to go Saturday night, 7:30, Sunday afternoon, 2:30. And ticket sales are pretty brisk for both shows. So
now, is this a sing-along?
It is.
Okay.
It's a concert performance,
right?
With orchestra, 4 fabulous soloists doing all the arias and recitatives. Jessica Prey, Lynn
great.
Curry, Dr. Chris Nikielski from Cornell,
Mm-hmm.
and Tad Enan from Cedar Rapids Opera. Fabulous soloists. So that'll be great. The Cedar Rapids Concert Chorale, joined by the First Lutheran Adult Choir. So, yes, also billed as a sing-along.
So if you want to participate, you can?
You can.
Is that what I'm hearing?
We will have a couple of sections up toward the front on the side for those that want to sing along. There may be people out in the audience that don't care to have somebody singing For Unto Us a Child is Born in their ear. And if you don't have a score, we'll have some available.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. Well, Messiah sing-alongs used to be a fairly big thing around here. And I haven't seen one for years. So it's a concert performance with the chance for you to go and sing as many of the choruses as you like.
So
you have to sing the Hallelujah chorus.
So if you just want to sing the Hallelujah chorus, that's okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
Because Messiah is a towering work.
It's
huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a full experience all by itself.
Easily the most iconic piece of classical sacred Christmas music. You have to throw Nutcracker in there on the other side, But yeah, it's just such a wonderful setting of that nativity scene and all the prophecies leading up to it. It's iconic, yeah.
And continues past the nativity too.
It does. Part 2 deals with the Passion, and Part 3 deals with the Resurrection, and so.
Will you be doing the whole thing?
No, just Part 1.
Okay, Part 1.
Just nativity scene, ending with the Hallelujah chorus, which actually closes Part 2. But you have to do the Hallelujah chorus.
Well, of course, yes. Well,
also,
go ahead.
The bell choir, the Resonare bell choir at First Lutheran, will play a couple of things. And we'll open with Brett Wolgast on the organ, Marita on the grand piano, the bell choir in the balcony, and the choir singing an arrangement of "O Come All Ye Faithful."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
fabulous.
Yes. This is pulling out all the holiday stops.
All the bells and whistles, yeah.
Well, some would argue that the part of the Messiah that you are doing is by far the best part.
I'm deferring judgment on that one. They're all wonderful in their own distinctive.
As a choral director,
flavors.
Gerry is contractually obligated to not specify what part of the work that he prefers.
Right. Yeah.
But certainly the most familiar.
The most familiar, right? Because it's often performed during the holiday season.
I've seen Messiah seen and heard Messiah in its entirety. And it's stunning to hear from.
Stunning, yeah.
But it's also, boy, you almost got to pack a lunch.
Right. It's a couple hours performance, and I've done the whole thing before. But a few years ago, Chorale did Part 1 in December, and Part 2 in March, and Part 3 in May. So we got to experience all of Messiah in segments.
But in bite-sized pieces.
Yeah.
What arrangement of "O Come All Ye Faithful" you're doing? That's probably my favorite.
Well, the arranger is Joel Rainey, and he's a fabulous arranger, and he writes well for organ, piano, bells. So it'll be a spectacular arrangement.
In rehearsing Messiah, it is well. Of course, you've got to work the soloists in because there's people who've just heard the Hallelujah chorus might not realize that much of the heavy lifting is done by the soloists. I mean, it's huge. It's huge work for them, in addition to the chorus. But is there in a piece like this, is there anything you do differently in rehearsal to get ready for it?
Well, we're just working the choruses in chorale rehearsals, and there's plenty to do just with the choruses.
Right. Yeah.
And these are top-notch professional soloists, and I don't do anything with them except on the dress rehearsal. We just run their things and make sure that they're comfortable and we're comfortable because they're spectacular anyway. And I wouldn't want to tinker with what they're doing at all.
Anything unusually challenging when you in the chorus with this, or is it people are pretty familiar with the music, the style, and just kind of reading it down?
They're a little familiar. If they're not familiar with it, it's a bit of a challenge to learn them. The choruses in Messiah and all Baroque music are filled with what's called melismas, very long passages on one syllable, and to get those into your voice and into your be able to sing them in tempo and learn the patterns takes a little while.
Well, and even I'm guessing even in a chorus like the Cedar Rapids Concert Chorale, which does a huge variety of different kinds of literature, this may be one of the few Baroque pieces that you might do during the year.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. We've done other Handel pieces before, but if you're gonna zero in on one good Baroque piece to do, this would be a good one.
This would be the one, and perfect part of the holiday season, leading off with "O Come All Ye Faithful," and then
finish with the Hallelujah chorus.
That's just got nothing says Christmas like that.
And I'll be turning around directing the audience, and I'll be looking everybody right in the eye, so you better be ready to respond. Everybody sings.
Everybody sings. Bring your own music if you got it. If you would just prefer to just stand and listen, because remember, you always stand during the Hallelujah chorus. That's a thing.
That is the oddest tradition. Yeah. Evidently, King George, at one of the first performances that he heard, thought the Hallelujah chorus was the end. And he stood. And so when the king stands, everybody else stands. Yeah. So that's where the legend of how that began.
December 14th and 15th, and you are in the friendly confines of First Lutheran?
First Lutheran Church. Beautiful,
beautiful acoustics.
Beautiful sanctuary.
Yeah, outstanding.
One of the most fabulous organs around, and organist.
Yeah. And if people want tickets, they can get them in advance for a slight discount, right?
Yes. Get them going. The ticket sales are brisk, but there's a good discount. crchorale with an E.org. And you can find out all you want to know about the chorale, our season, our history, our tickets.
And if standing up and joining the chorus for the Hallelujah chorus awakens a desire to maybe do a little more singing, the concert chorale is always open to new members.
Always welcome, right. Might also mention you could bring along your kids for free and students free with an ID.
All right. Well, Gerry, this is a great tradition. Thanks for coming in to talk to us about it. Again, it's crchorale.org if you'd like to get your advance tickets for the Messiah with the Cedar Rapids Concert Chorale, December 14th and 15th at First Lutheran Church. Happy holidays, and thanks for being here.
You too, Dennis. Thanks for having me on.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.